In today's video, let's paint this magical winter scene together in the app Procreate. I'm going to be using digital watercolor. If that's something that piques your interest, please keep on watching. Hello and welcome to Color with Kendi. On this channel, I paint with digital watercolor and gouache on the iPad, and it has made such a big difference. I used to paint with traditional paints, but since switching over to the iPad, I can paint a lot more often. So for today's video, I am using a few different supplies, and I've listed them all in the pinned comment as well as description, so feel free to check that out. Let's begin. So the first thing I'm going to do is open up the canvas that I'm using. The canvas that I'm using today is the texture number 2 that comes with the Amazing Watercolor brush pack. So that's what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is just tap on the layers panel. I'm going to turn off this layer and tap right up at the top, and then I'm going to import all of the files. So I'm going to import the coloring page, the color palette, and the rough color map. Now, in order to import something, all you have to do is tap on the Actions menu, go to Add, and insert a file or a photo, depending on where you've saved it. So here we have the rough color map, and I'm going to use this as a reference point. I'm not going to paint it exactly the same way today, maybe a little bit different. So let me just turn that off. Then we have the line art. So I'm actually going to keep this today, just to change things up. And then at the top here, I also have the color palette. Okay, so I'm going to tap on the paint here layer and let's begin. So the first thing I want to do is the sky. So as you can see, there are multiple different bands of color. So I'm going to start with this color right here. So I'm just going to pick that and then let's turn that off. And I am going to pick a brush. So for this, I want something that looks a little bit more wet and smudgy. So I'm going to pick brush number 13, which is Charged Watercolor A. And as you can see, depending on how much pressure I apply, you can get an interesting result like that. And every time you lift your pencil and lay down more pigment, I'm lifting my pencil now, it will be a bit darker. So if you don't want too much color, don't lift your pencil as much and use lighter pressure like that. So that's a bit softer, but if I lift my pencil, I can add more pigment. So what I'm going to do is start to add those bands of color. So I'm not going to paint exactly like the rough color map, I'm just using it as a guide. So I'm just going to add a little bit of color here, like that. Like that. Okay, so that's kind of our first layer, and now we can smudge it. Okay, so I'm just going to do some gentle smudging, and I'm going to go to the smudge library, so that's the smudge tool, just tap on it, and then I'm going to use smudger number 7. Well, so I'm just going to smudge kind of upwards and with the curves of the traceable. Do you see? Like that. Okay, so I'm just going to do this. So that's our first layer. Now, this is quite pale. What we can do is go to the layers panel, and where we have that paint here layer, let's swipe to the left, tap on duplicate. It makes it much darker, do you see? And let's combine these two layers together by pinching them. So I'm just going to use my fingers and pinch the two together. So now it's all one layer. And now let's add more pigment. So this is the base layer. Let's start to add some more. I'm going to do this in another layer. This time I'm going to use a slightly different brush, brush number 24, because I want it to have a little bit more of that flat brush look. So that's what that looks like. Like that, if I use light pressure. But if I use heavy pressure, there's a lot more pigment. But I'm going to use light pressure, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this, and I'm going to add streaks of that more saturated color like that, and add a few streaks like that. So we're going to go back to that smudger, and we're going to start smudging. So I think it's a little easier for me to rotate the canvas and do this. So actually this time I'm going to go a little bit bigger, size 60. Okay, I like that as a base. So now I want to add a little bit more color intensity. And also what I want to do is I want to add a little bit more darkness towards the top corners, kind of like a vignette. So I'm just going to add a little bit more pigment here, and then a little bit here. This looks really crazy. We are going to clean it up. So I've added the pigment wherever I feel like it was a little bit too much saturation. And now I'm going to do the same process, which is to smudge. So as you can tell, this process really is about trying different colors and seeing how you like them. I like that. I like that there are some areas that are a bit lighter. And now what I want to do is I'm just going to merge all of these layers together by pinching them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the eraser tool, and I'm on the wrong brush pack. I'm going to go to the Amazing Watercolor brush pack, and then I will erase with this edge eraser, brush number 5. I'm just going to erase away any of the mess that I made. The other thing I wanted to do for the sky was to add in the snow. So what I'm going to do is just going to tap on plus, and I'm going to go to white. And then I'm going to add the snow with a splatter, the stylus splatter brush. So brush number 45. So I'm going to go to size 45 and just gently move my pencil across the screen. Then I'm going to go to size 15 and do the same thing because I want the splatters to be of different sizes. It looks a little bit more natural. So now let's move on to the rest of the painting. So I'm just going to tap on plus right above the snow splatter, and let's add in the color for the trees. So let's go to that rough color map. So the trees were this color. I'm just going to grab the color from one of the trees. I can always adjust it. And then let's pick a brush. So for the trees, I'm going to pick brush number 14. Let me just show you off to the side what it looks like. So this brush, if you use light pressure, it will look like this. But then if you lift your pencil and add more pigment, you will get more color. Every time you lift your pencil, you will get more pigment. But if you don't lift your pencil, then it's much lighter, you see? So what we're going to do is we're going to erase all of that and go down in size to size 15. I'm just going to color in the tree here without lifting my pencil at first. So it's a very faint color, kind of like the background color. And now I'm going to start to do multiple strokes. So essentially kind of outward strokes like this to make that tree look like it's got leaves. And because I'm lifting my pencil every time, I'm getting a darker color. With this pencil, with this brush, you get a darker color when you lift your pencil and apply pigment. That first little bit of color is always darker. So I'm just going to keep lifting my pencil and let a little bit of that background color peek through. All right, so those trees are done, and we are going to do the trees in the back now. Like that, with small strokes. Okay, so I've added that in. Now I want to make it look a bit more hazy, so I'm going to go to the smudge tool, and we're not going to use smudger number 7 because that won't work as well for this. I'm going to use smudger number 6 and at size 5. And just gently tapping to kind of smudge that out. Now we can paint in the cabin. So I'm going to tap on plus and I'm going to rename this to cabin. I'm going to use a different brush for this. I want the cabin not to look so soft. Everything else we've painted so far has a softer feel, but I want that cabin to have a little bit more intensity. So I'm going to use a brush that is not meant to be a soft looking brush. So you can use dark outline A, B, or I'm going to use my favorite, brush number 16. Bluish door. So there's light coming out of the windows. We can leave it as is, or if you want to add that magical quality to it, let's add another layer of light and we'll change the blend mode to make it look like the light is coming out of the cabin. So let's tap on plus and let's call this layer light. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that color that we just used, and I will use a brush that has a little bit more softness. So brush number 13 is a good idea for this. And I'm just going to create a circular shape that is outside the window. So it looks like there's light coming out of the window, and I'm going to do the same thing here. And do you see, it just adds this little subtle glow. And you can also play around with the blend mode. Now, the next thing I wanted to do is I want to go back to that cabin layer, and I want one side of the cabin to be a little bit darker, a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to grab the color of the cabin and then make it a little bit darker by going down a diagonal. This is my usual thing. And then I'm going to go to maybe a dry brush, dark outline A. Yeah, that's a nice brush, a little bit. Just going to add pockets of that color like that onto the top here. So I'm just going to gently smudge that out. Okay, I think that looks nice. And then the last thing we need to do here is the little plume of smoke coming out of the chimney. So right now that plume is very white. I don't think that looks quite natural. We want it to look like you're seeing a little bit of the sky through it. So what I'm going to do is grab that color of the sky, and then I'm going to use a softer brush. So I'm going to go back to brush 13 and just make it lighter and just add a hint of that color like that. Go to the smudge tool, smudger number 6, and just gently smudge it out. And I think the house is done for now. I mean, we can always make changes later. So now let's move on to the path and the rest of the snow. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the lightest color from the sky. So something like this here. So I will go to brush number 22. This is dilute soft watercolor, and we can start laying down a little bit of pigment. But first, let's make sure that we're on a different layer. So I'm going to tap on plus, and I'm going to call this snow. Okay, so just going to very lightly. So I'm going to show you this brush off to the side first so you understand how it works. So this is very dilute. Do you see? You can hardly see what I'm doing. But as I press heavy, I'm adding more pigment. So I'm just going to use a very light hand, very soft, just so it looks a bit more natural. Just a little bit of gentle smudging. I think we are now done, and we can start adding in the details. So for the details, we're going to add in the color for these little berries, I guess, and then the bunnies. Just one brush for all of them. It's my favorite brush, brush 37. And you can add more if you'd like to. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use brush number 2. Tapered detail pencil. Has a slightly messy texture to it. I think it'll be nice. So now we're going into the mixed media territory. And I'm using light pressure. Do you see some of the background is peeking through, but it's mainly opaque. So yeah, I think I am done, and let's have a look at what we made together. So we use a lot of soft brushes for this painting, and we did layering of different colors as well. And I really like how the trees turned out because we did that base layer and added more. And I love the light effect, and the sky just feels so lively. And I love all the texture with the splatter. So I hope you enjoyed this painting and you learned a lot of different things. And thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!